Hello everyone, my name is Michael Bautista. It is January 12th, 2019, and this is my video on how to digitally label images on a computer. Specifically, I'm using my Apple iPad. And this is week 1, so we are learning about the endocrine system. We will be labeling, if you see here, relabeling these 3 cells: acidophil cell, basophil cell, and pituitary nucleus. So this is my setup right here. I have my MacBook, and then I scroll over to the lab report assistant. So we're learning about the endocrine system. This is all the great information here. We're going to go to the pituitary gland, and this is a great description of the cells and what's in the cells and what it's about. And here I'm using my iPad. I use the Apple Pencil, which is great, and this I use the app Notability. I have my lab report assistant right here, and this is the exercise that we're gonna use to digitally label images. So here's the image of the cell, the slide, and these are the cells that we're going to label right here. So if you look at this image, it's a similar image to the lab report assistant. Yeah. And we're to bring up the cells, we have the acidophil cell here and the basophil cell here. And it tells you here that on the anterior pituitary gland, these two types of cells are found there. And here we have the anterior and the posterior. The anterior is darker, the posterior pituitary is lighter. And if you notice, if you keep reading here, the pituitary gland, the acidophil cells are stained red and the basophil cells are stained blue. So if we look here, zoom in, these would be the blue. Actually, if you go to the next page, it's a better image here, the acidophil cell and the basophil cell. And if you can, this image has a better color recognition than what's on the lab report here. But if I compare, pull out the pointer, these circled blue ones are the basophil cells. So you draw a line there, hold it out, and I like to pick out 2. Connect these up. That's your basophil cell. And then if you remember, the acidophil cells are stained red. So these larger ones would be what looks like the red cells. Dark red stained. We grab these, connect them to there. And then the nucleus, pituitary cells are going to be found on the posterior pituitary. And if you go back to the other page, posterior pituitary is lighter in color. So these would be the lighter cell. So the nucleus would probably be this guy right here. And this one here too. Alright, so now we go to the text app. And I'll picture on the tripod. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, so we had the text app. Click on, bring up an image of a box, and you type in pituitary nucleus, match it up there, and then acidophil cell are the stained red ones, and your basophil are blue ones. And zoom back out. Oops. And there you go. That is how I digitally label images for this lab exercise.